We're going to cut it off at 5 inches. And your steps are going to be different. Every set of steps is unique. Now this block of wood is going to go right here, right down the bottom there, just like this. Get that cap off there. It's going to go there just like that, okay? And then we're going to see how close we are here. We may have to adjust this a little, but we're going to go back up there to our line, and we're going to sit that on top of that block. And we should be flush the whole way down. But you can see we're a little high here on the bottom, which means this block has to be shortened just a little bit. All right, looks like about 1/4 of an inch maybe. Maybe a little more. Maybe a 1/2 inch. So you got to play with it a little bit. Adjust it. I'm going to cut about a 1/2 inch off. And you see what we're trying to do here. We want this block of wood. This is going to be the end of our stairwell right here. We want that to be flush the whole way down. Alright. Let me just about have it here. See, we're still just a little bit high here, so I'm going to adjust this one last time. Looks like about another 1/4 of an inch. And that should be it. So that block will go right there. And what we want to do is we want to nail that on there. That on there like that. Put our block up there like that. And then what we want to do is right here at the end of the wall, we want to make a mark, and we're going to cut this 2x4 in that same angle straight up like that. The angle is going to be the same one we're using on the saw. Okay? So we're going to flush it up there at the 5th step on our line. Come down here, find the end of our wall now with our little piece on the end, mark it right on the end, and then cut that angle off back on the saw again. It's 44 degrees. Alright, so then we take our block of wood we just cut, put it up to the pencil line on the 5th step. Now this should sit right on here nice, and it does. Flushes out perfect on the end, and all we want to do then is just nail it right here. Going to nail straight down into our little block that we just put on there. And then up here, at the fifth step, we're going to nail that back. And that's it. So now what we've done is we've created the angle of the wall, the same exact angle as we had with our staircase coming down. And then what will happen is we'll put a 1x, probably like a 1x8 on top here as a cap, and cap that, and then our spindles will drop down onto that cap. That's the way that I always do my walls. I didn't have to pull a calculator out. I didn't have to do any fancy math. I just scribed that first angle up here, and I used that same angle on the saw for this cut at the top, the reverse cut on the other end of that 2x, and the little piece at the end were all done with that same angle, which turned out to be a 44-degree angle. Now the last thing that we have to do is we have to finish up our 16-inch 2x4s coming across here with our layout. So we're just coming down through here, mark 64, and that looks like the last one in line there. We'll have to cut one more 2x4 right in there. okay, to finish up our 16-inch layout. So I marked it on the bottom, okay, marked it on the bottom. We're going to level that mark up. A little level here, make the same mark. Alright, set ahead, set ahead. And then we're going to measure to the long point off the bottom plate for our measurement. That measures 19, you can see that or not, 19 1/4. Alright, back to the saw, back to that same angle again. Take a chunk of wood, cut that angle on it. Alright, measuring off the long point, 19 1/4. Turn our arbor back for a straight cut. Cut the bottom, 19 1/4. Bring it back over here. And you can see that that long point lines up perfectly with the pencil mark. And all we got to do is nail it into place. That's it. Stairwell is now completed. Alright, it doesn't matter what the angle of your staircase is. It doesn't matter if it's a new staircase, an old staircase. You're always going to be making your angle piece and your end piece and filling in your 16s the same on every staircase that you do. So you might want to watch this section a couple times so you can get familiar with the first mark that I made, how I cut it on the saw, found my angle, and then the rest of it will fall into place for you. That's how you do your stairways. Now the drywallers will bring the drywall straight down in front of this. And like I said, we'll cap this with some 1x. And eventually we're going to have a nice new handrail and a newel post here on the end. And the spindles in the banister assembly will drop right down on top of the pine cap that we're going to put right over top of this. And that's it.